Should you wait for an AS diagnosis before you do any sort of dietary work, any sort of gut work or lifestyle intervention that you know might help? Absolutely not is the answer to this question. And I see it a lot when people say, oh, I'll just wait until I get the diagnosis before I start looking into this stuff. And this is just not what I do if your aims were to bring down pains and start dealing with it. The diagnosis will help. Absolutely go ahead of that and get it as quickly as you can. But what's going on under the surface will be there no matter what. No matter what the medical world wants to call it, AS or psoriatic arthritis or whatever, or they'd say there's nothing wrong. If you look at what's going on under the surface and you can find this out by looking at your bloods and getting them looked at properly, and you can also look at stools, you can do all of the testing to actually see what's going on under the surface. This is all happening no matter what, and you want to start fixing these or working on these things from the moment you realize that you can, or the moment you realize that they're there. When I'm working with my own clients, we'd look at bloods first, and whether we have the diagnosis or not, we find out what's actually going on under the surface, and we can pick out a lot from looking at bloods if you know how to read bloods properly. Then we go at these things. We're not actually treating the AS or treating the diagnosis. We're trying to fix what we see with the blood issues and with what we pick up in the gut. By fixing that, we should then be able to deal with the pain. So it doesn't even matter what it's called. And in this case, it doesn't even matter about the diagnosis in my eyes or with what I see. And on a more basic level, if you know that diet's working, if you know that certain supplementation's working or anything's working for you, do it without needing a diagnosis, or try it. These things, if you know they help you. And if you wanted something to start with, I've written out an AS blueprint for diet and supplementation. You can just go to there and follow this right away. Don't even need bloods, because these things will help you by sticking to a good diet, by taking supplements that are very multifaceted, cover a lot of bases, and are known to help with a lot of bacterial issues that are linked to AS. Then this is going to help you get going with dealing with the pains, because at the end of the day, if you're in pain right now, this isn't going to change with a diagnosis or not, or you might have to wait for a long time for the diagnosis. So just get to work right away.